Cassam Looch, who is a film fan and film critic, who's going to tell me all about Sundance, because you were there over the weekend, weren't you?
I did. I spent all weekend in sunny Greenwich watching loads and loads of films, just to tell you what they're all about.
I spent all weekend hiding from the sun because I was ill, and I basically shut the curtains and everything.
Basically did the same thing then?
Yeah. We had, well, I was going to say we had total opposite weekends. It was a very starry affair. There were a lot more celebs out than there usually are. Why do you think that was?
Yeah, I mean, this is the third year that they've done Sundance in London, and they had the likes of Michael Fassbender, Gemma Arterton, Ryan Reynolds turning up, which is, like you say, a really big turnout for them. I think it's because the sort of films that they show at Sundance are the ones that these stars are really passionate about. So they're not necessarily big budget films, they're not necessarily the ones that are going to win them the awards, but they're the ones that they're really keen to promote and, you know, get out there, and obviously they turn up to support them.
So what did you really like? What should we be keeping an eye out for?
Well, the Michael Fassbender film there was called Frank, which is a film where he spends nearly the whole entirety of it under a big papier-mâché head. So it
sounds like my weekend, really.
There you go, yeah. So it's a lot of physical acting for Michael Fassbender, and if that's the sort of thing that you're after, then that would be the one. And also the Ryan Reynolds film, The Voices, with Gemma Arterton. I thought that was really good as well, which is about a psychotic cat, which tells Ryan Reynolds to kill various people, and his dog, which tells him not to do it. So, yeah.
Sounds very interesting. And so why do you think Sundance is... How do you think it differs from other film festivals?
Well, you've got London Film Festival at the end of the year, which is where you get the big sort of awards films. And then obviously you have the blockbusters throughout the year. And this is the sort of festival in between. So when you ask loads of critics their favourite films of the year, for example, at the end of the year, I guarantee 2 or 3 of the films will be shown at Sundance. So it's always a good gauge for the kind of smaller films that really end up doing quite well.
Okay, and it's in Greenwich, which is a bit far. Do you think they maybe should have made it a little bit more central? Was this the best location for Sundance this year?
Do you have a problem with Greenwich, then?
No, I don't have a problem with Greenwich.
What's wrong with Greenwich?
It takes a little bit longer to get to, but this is the thing. I do think it's important to host things in different parts of London, but do you think that the people that would usually embrace the Sundance Festival might have had an issue with it or not?
I mean, it's at the O2, like you say, in Greenwich. So as a venue, I think they could use other venues, I guess. But it's nice to have everything sort of in one location, and there's a lot of options at the O2. So you've got a lot of the press stuff was done in the Brooklyn Bowl, which is a great venue. And then
so it's a venue that we definitely need to visit at London Go, actually. Have you
definitely
been?
Yeah, well, we spent some time there, and they did various film quizzes and things like that. So there's a nice environment there, I think.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Cassam.